Welcome to GolfForecast. We offer two highly profitable algorithms designed to leverage value and budget distribution to provide subscribers with long-term profits. Here is a quick review of our results from the past 4 years. We have two algorithms. One is based on maximizing ROI, which is this one here, and this bets 8% of the field and is higher risk, higher reward. As you can see, we started in August 2016, and this was still the development stage of the algorithm. It's very different than it is now. We tweaked it for about a year and a half, and in April 2018, we found a consistent formula that generated consistent profits. As you can see, we started with 0 points in 2016, and now in 2021, we have 1,262 points. Staking 10 pounds a point would get you 12,627 pounds profit. Obviously, that number can change based on how much you stake. If you stake 1 pound a point, the profit would be 1,262 pounds. But if you stake 100 pounds a point, then the total profit would be 126,270 pounds. We just use 10 pounds a point because that is the general amount subscribers start staking. If you hover over the graph, you can see how many points each tournament won or lost. So in this example, if we hover over here, the Italian Open in October 13th, 2019, you're up 72.8 points. At 10 pounds a point, that's 720 pounds. And next, you go to this tournament, it's negative 20 points. At 10 pounds a point, that's negative 200 pounds. Overall, all you want to see is a consistent upward trend, meaning wherever you start, the graph is going to keep rising, meaning you're going to profit. These boxes change automatically after every single tournament based on the results. The strike rate is the rate or the percentage that our algorithm profits. So 35% is roughly 1 in every 3 tournaments you'll receive a profit. 22.2% ROI is fairly self-explanatory, and the winner strike rate just means how often our algorithm predicts the golfer who comes in first place. Since our algorithms are based on each way betting, we often still profit even if we didn't predict the winner. So as you can see here, our algorithm predicts a winner roughly 1 in every 8 tournaments. Next is the average monthly profit, again, if you're staking 10 pounds a point. And lastly, the risk. Take your starting bank, let's say 500 pounds, and divide that by 20. That gets you 25. This means you start by betting 25 pounds per tournament. Next is our diversified algorithm. This is the safer, more consistent algorithm as it bets 22% of the field, making it safer, however the wins are smaller. The algorithm has been consistent since the very beginning. As you can see, we started with 0 points and now currently have 1,074 points. Even though the ROI is lower, the main numbers to look at here are the strike rates. It wins 37% of the time. Roughly 1 in every 2.5 tournaments you're getting a profit. 27.5 is the winner strike rate, meaning 1 in every 4 tournaments you're predicting, or we're predicting, the person who came in first. We recommend starting with this algorithm if your starting bank is relatively small. The reason the profits are lower overall is because you're betting on a lot more players. Welcome to the members area. This is where you'll get a brief overview of the 2 tournaments happening this week, the PGA Tour and the European Tour. To see the full forecast for either of these tournaments, just click on the Show Full Forecast button for that selected tournament. Below is an overview of your tips. Your tips are the golfers you will be betting on based on your preferred bookies and which algorithm you have selected. The default algorithm is the diversification algorithm. This one bets 22% of the lineup and is the safer, more consistent one. You'll also automatically have no preferred bookie, meaning you'll receive tips from the top bookies for every single bet. We recommend being open to using all the bookies so you can increase your odds of winning. To see the full tips page, simply click here. The Your Tips page is where you'll receive a full overview of your personalized tips. At the top, it explains that the tips do change periodically based on live data, meaning if bookies change their odds, the page will adjust, ensuring the best odds are given. Our algorithm is strictly based on each way betting, so we highly suggest you stick to that. Below is the algorithm you are using. The default algorithm is the safer, more consistent algorithm. So if you see ROI optimized algorithm, that means you're using the default one. To set your favorite bookies, click here and it will redirect you to account settings. To view your personalized tips, simply click on one of the two tournaments. There you'll get all the suggested golfers. Beside the golfer's name is a point value. The point value is how much you'll be leveraging that player. The higher the points, the more money you'll be putting on them. A point value is a value assigned by you. In this example, we'll make that value 10, meaning 1 point equals $10. So if Garrick Higo is 0.93, you'll be betting $9.30 on him, $9.30 on Valimaki, and $8.20 on Shinhold, and so on and so forth. The bookie is just the bookie offering the best odds for that player. The odds are the odds if the player places first, and the terms, in this example, paying 5 at 1/4, meaning if Garrick Higo places first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, then you'll get a return on your investment. And 1/4 is simply if Garrick Higo places fifth, you'll get 1/4 of his odds if he places first. And the value simply indicates how high the return on your investment will be if the player places. Within forecasts, you'll receive a more in-depth table on how these tips are made. You can click the key button to learn what all these terms mean, and click here to view the selected tournament. Below are all the players in that lineup. Implied represents the bookie's odds in a percentage. So if Higo is 35-1, the bookie thinks his odds of winning are 2.78%. Normalized is the golfer's true probability if the bookie had no intention of profiting. If you take the bookie's odds and sum them up to 100%, this gives you the real probability for each golfer. Predicted is the probability our algorithm has projected. This is based on available player data from the past 3 years, course data, and weather conditions. Discrepancy is the final outcome. This is where we subtract the true probability of the golfer by the algorithm's predicted percentage, giving you the real value on that bet. This is strictly based on probability, so of course it won't profit every time, but based on true numbers, over a long period of time, you will profit more than you lose. The only unknown is how much that profit will be. Here at GolfForecast, we have had 6-week losing streaks, along with 6-week winning streaks. That's just betting. But in the past 3 years, we have averaged an annual return of 25%. Next is the stake. The stake is indicating how much to bet on that player. The stake is double what the point value is on the tips page. This is doubled because our algorithm is based on each way betting. Please note that the stake is simply a representation of how much you'll be leveraging that player. The actual amount you bet is indicated by the player's points on the Your Tips page. And lastly, the highlighted green rows are the advised tips. And in the rare case there's a yellow line, that indicates the bookie is letting you bet on a player that isn't competing. Lastly, you can sort through this table based on whatever term you feel is fit.